I would like to say thank you to everyone for your patience with the videos. I know we cover a lot of this stuff over and over again. I'm going to continue to cover this. Apparently, the mainstream media doesn't believe that this is important, but for better or for worse, we're going to cover this. Now, in today's video, we've seen this track before, and we're going to go ahead and play this, but I would like to thank again Katoon777 and Dennis number 12 for bringing to light this theory about the mimicked transponder, and that we may not have known the actual location of the crystal when this all occurred. And I think we can show definitively now the two locations where this might have happened and why the story of the captain is a complete falsehood. Now, with this one, unlike in the first time we played this video, we're going to have timestamps. So I'm going to go ahead and start this track. But up here, as you can see, this is equivalent of 1 o'clock local time running forward. Now, 1:10. At this time, according to the crystal captain, he's aware of the collision course. Okay, now there's that turn to miss the island. That was at 1:20. Now also, in his statement, the captain said at 1:20 he ordered hard right rudder to avoid the collision course with the Fitzgerald. But here at 1:20 we see a left-hand turn according to this track. Here he's saying he knows that he's on a collision course and that he attempted to steer hard right rudder to avoid the collision, yet we see a turn to port. Now this has been said, well, he's trying to miss the island, this is autopilot. Clearly not, because this is the time, according to the captain's statement, either he's lying or this track is wrong, one of the two. So we're going to continue to play forward, and we're going to show you some things we missed. Okay, we're playing forward. 123, 124, 125, 130. Okay, now here, this is 131. This is where the captain says the collision occurred. Now we're very familiar with this right here. This little weird jump and jump. What if this is where the crystal turns off the transponder on the cargo ship and the mimicked transponder gets turned on another boat? And at this point, we don't know where the crystal actually is. We also don't have the track for the destroyer, which I think is very key here. But we're going to go ahead and let this play forward, and this will explain a lot. Okay? Now remember, the crystal's crew said that they called in at 2:25. The Japanese Coast Guard reported this and said that they had just collided with something and that it happened at 2:20, and that was the story. So let's fast forward here to 2:25 and see what happens. Now we're going to operate on the assumption that this is no longer the actual track of the crystal, given that we see it accelerating away. From the location. So 152, 153, 155. Two o'clock. Now here's 2 o'clock. Begin the turn back at 2:05. Okay? Now just so you can keep up here, I'm pausing this here. Okay? And the time. 2:10. They're 15 minutes away from having made the phone call. Okay, here we go. Going forward. Now we're supposed to believe this is the track of the crystal. 2:15. 2:20. Stop. 2:25. This is when the Japanese Coast Guard said they received the call from the crew of the Crystal stating that they had returned to the scene and had confirmed that they had hit the destroyer. Now, there's no drop in speed here. They're still at full speed. 14, I know that doesn't zoom in real well, 14.3 knots. And this is when they made the phone call saying that they had confirmed the accident. Now, here we go. 230. 235. Now remember this. Here's that turn. 240. 245. 250. Now right there, remember that strange little thing where all of a sudden it jumped down and was facing the other way? I wonder if this is now where the transponder aboard the actual crystal is turned back on. And the mimicked one is stopped. And this is 253. Because this is the location of where allegedly this all went down. Because we went from up here at 10 knots all the way down to 3 knots. And then we see inexplicably, because remember, this isn't where they discovered the crystal. Or they discovered the Fitzgerald, pardon me. They discovered it allegedly way, way, way back before. And now they are just meandering along. And something else here at the end we missed completely. I didn't follow it all the way to the end like I should have. I know this is going to take a minute. But do you remember they said they turned to miss that island so that they could follow that channel up toward Tokyo? Well, watch where it actually goes here at the end. Okay, we think it's just taken off and it's leaving the scene of the island. Okay, yeah, there's the island. But instead of going up there, it goes around the outside of the island instead of going up here through the shipping lane. It heads out here to make its turn. Now that may be normal, that may be not, but I think that's fairly important. So, what can we say? I don't know. But I think that theory holds some water. I really do. So I would like to know what you guys think about it. I have my own theories about what possibly happened during that time when we didn't really know where the crystal was. And once again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to the videos. I really appreciate it. It wasn't expected that this would take off the way that it was. You guys have been great. The inputs from the folks in the Navy that are keeping me on my toes. You know, when I misspeak about something or I describe a bulbous bow as a sonar boom at 2 o'clock in the morning, I apologize. I was just reading through a lot of different things and I misspoke. And, you know, maybe I do need an editor and a producer and a director or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, either comment, either way, whether you agree, whether you disagree, it's all welcome. I appreciate the disagreement as much as I do the agreement. Just, we don't need the name calling. We don't need the profanity. It's just not necessary, and it takes away from what we're trying to do here. So, anyway, I will leave you guys to your discussion. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.